Welcome! You've just received your cordless Roman shade mechanism from us, and now it's time to prepare your shade for installation. Please note that this tutorial applies to flat or relaxed Roman shades with the straight folds and the cordless mechanism.
In your package, you received a cordless mechanism, 3/16" round plastic weight bar, a metal weight bar for the shade's bottom, and a bottom pull bar. Many of our customers love sewing their own Roman shades, but the lifting mechanism can be difficult to source or build. That's why we created this cordless Roman shade mechanism kit, so you can focus on sewing while we provide the professional hardware. Before attaching your shade to the mechanism, make sure your shade is fully sewn and finished. It is most important to confirm that your shade has the loop side Velcro sewn securely across the entire top edge so that the hook mechanisms can connect for proper installation. Sizing tip: we recommend ordering the mechanism 1/4 to 1/2 inch narrower than the finished shade width. This ensures the shade fits perfectly inside the window frame. If you plan to install your Roman shade outside the window frame, please let us know when ordering. In this tutorial, we're demonstrating an outside mount Roman shade installed on a door as an example. First, let's prepare the bottom of your Roman shade. In your kit, you will find the bottom weight bar. This piece is very important because it keeps the shade straight, helps it hang properly, and allows the folds to form beautifully when the shade is raised. In our example, the weight bar has already been sewn into the shade. The weight bar is designed to be inserted into the bottom hem of your shade.
If you would like to learn how to sew Roman shades properly and prepare the pocket for the weight bar, we offer lessons that teach this step by step. Please leave a comment "lesson" if you're interested, and we'll send you a free lesson.
Now, let's talk about the plastic support rods included in your kit. These rods are essential for flat and relaxed Roman shades with structured folds. Because this style is designed to have clean, even folds, the rods help keep the folds straight and support the fabric evenly. Without the rods, achieving straight and consistent folds becomes much more difficult. Our shades come prepared with horizontal pockets sewn into the back of the shade, designed to hold the plastic rods. Simply slide the rods in to insert. Once inserted, you can see the finished Roman shade, with the bottom weight bar already sewn in and the support rods inserted. In your kit, we include the lift cords, but you will need to cut them to the correct length for your Roman shade. To measure the correct cord length, place the bottom bar of your shade approximately in the middle of the lowest fold section. This makes the measurement easier and more accurate. Measure the distance from the bottom bar up to the top of the Roman shade. In our case, this number is 40 inches. Write this measurement down. Add 10 inches to this number and mark it down, in our case 50 inches. This extra length allows the cords to wrap properly around the spools and create the correct tension for smooth lifting. Now we're ready to move to the next step, but before you do that, make sure the lift cords run in a perfectly straight line. The positions must align vertically. The thread holders on the bottom bar, the rings on the shade, sewn on the rod pockets, and the spools on the mechanism. All of these points must line up with each other, and this alignment is essential for the shade to lift evenly and operate smoothly. Now, it's time to prepare and mark the cords. Start by untying the cords and laying them flat on a table so they are straight and untangled. Using the measurement you calculated, in our example 50 inches, measure 50 inches from the thread holder on the bottom bar. Clearly mark this position on the cord. Repeat the same step on the other side and mark the exact same length.
It is extremely important that both cords are marked at the exact same measurement. If the cord lengths are not identical, the shade will lift unevenly and the cords will become crooked. In our example, the measurement is 50 inches, but for your shade, use the length that you calculated in step 4. Once the cords are marked, we're ready for the next step.
Now, we're ready to connect the cords to the shade and the mechanism. Your Roman shade should already have the rings sewn onto the back of the shade. Take the bottom bar with the cords attached and already marked to the correct length. Starting from the bottom row of rings, carefully thread the cord through every ring, moving upward row by row. Do not skip any rings. Continue threading until you reach the very top of the shade. This is where the cords will connect to the mechanism. If your shade has 2 vertical rows of rings, thread 2 cords, and if it has 3 rows, thread 3 cords, and so on. Next, attach the shade to the mechanism by pressing the Velcro together along the top. You may notice the side flats on our shade. These are used for outside mount installations, like the door shade we are demonstrating. Your shade may look slightly different on top for inside mount installations. Now, we connect the cords to the spools. First, insert the cord from inside of the spool. Tie a knot in the cord exactly at the marked measurement point. Do it for both spools. Tie another neat, secure knot at the mark to lock the cord in place. 2 knots would be enough on each thread. Trim the excess cord after the 2 knots are tied. Lay the fully assembled shade flat on the table, positioned as if it were hanging vertically. You will notice that the bottom bar hangs significantly lower than the bottom edge of the shade. This is intentional. This extra cord length allows the cords to wrap properly around the spools and create the correct tension during operation. And this is exactly how your shade should look at this stage.
First, install the brackets. The brackets can be mounted either inside or outside the window frame, depending on your installation type. If you need detailed instructions on how to properly install your brackets, we have a dedicated video. You can find the link in the description below. This step must be done when the brackets are installed and the mechanism is hanging. If the mechanism is not hanging when you begin the step, you may damage the spring.
Carefully detach the Roman shade from the Velcro on the right side so the spool is visible. You will see the white ribbed plastic wheel at the edge of the mechanism. Rotate this wheel upward at least 1 full turn as shown in the video. This allows the cord to wind onto the spool and help us to activate the internal spring tension. Now, reattach the top of the Roman shade back onto the mechanism using the Velcro. Your Roman shade is now ready to operate. Lift the bottom of your Roman shade slightly to see how the bottom bar hangs. Hold the bar, gently pull it down a little, and then release it to activate the spring inside the mechanism. To stop the shade at the desired height, make a quick down and up hand movement, and the spring will lock in place.
As you can see, your Roman shade is now fully operational. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. We'd love to create more tutorials for you.